He'll join when I'm assuming he's just awake, sleeping past his alarm. Okay, we'll start the session if by like 30 minutes, 40 minutes go by and he's still not here, but it's still kind of rolling, we'll get the vibe, you know? We'll get the vibe.
Okay, we'll get to actual stuff, but right now
Yeah,
we're like,
yeah,
we're
yeah,
we're buh, 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 buh.
yeah.
Great.
Ooh. Okay,
I didn't highlight my character.
this marks the
Uh,
second session of Ruins of Harmony.
is there gonna be a reason why the others aren't here, or are we just gonna play it
I
off?
just played off. So last time on session 1, you guys met at the Arbentrout Inn, meeting the robust city that is Ceremony City. You end up sitting with each other, and after a couple minutes go by, you guys meet the owner of the place, Lucian Arbentrout.
Totally not
His
evil.
enigmatic personality mixed with his oldies sort of talk, I wouldn't say swoon, but made you guys let up on his offer to become his employees for the time being. He asked you to go upstairs into the second floor of his tavern, and from there you were met with his wife, co-owner of the tavern, Merci Arbentrout. Time goes by, you explore the place a little. You learn that they are entrepreneurs, however, Lucian in particular is a artist. He emphasizes how much art means to him and generally how much art means to Ceremony City. And you also learn that Merci is also an entrepreneur, however, specializes more in sewing and all that uh, outfit making uh, area. He gives you your first job to go and check out the Rendier Manor, which is housed by Atticus Rendier. He gives a little more context for Atticus as he has been missing for a long while now. He gives you guys each of your 30 silver to go spend it on whatever, and that's when you guys end up going into the city, Ceremony City. There was a festival going on, so the city was pretty busy. However, you guys ended up staying for majority of the session in Harper and Brass's shop. The odd bird and the stern old man, their clashing personalities thrive in that city. Harper a little bit more hard to get at. Brass pretty straightforward. Through a little bit of buying their merchandise, Theo was challenged by Harper one-on-one to
I
a
know.
reaction time competition to see who got it. Through a miraculous roll on Theo's part, ended up throwing his whole body and ended up accidentally punching Harper, knocking her out. From there on out, you tried waking her up. However, looked like she wanted to just sleep. You guys ended up leaving the city and coming to the Rendier Manor. Immediately on first glance, it looks old. It looks brand new. But approaching more to the front door, you begin to realize that it's more decrepit and kind of abandoned, with the door handle already having cobwebs and spiders um, marking their ground with their eggs. The inside glass casings on the outside presenting Atticus's work also seeming to have cobwebs and all smudges on the glass. And we had left off with you guys opening the door, aka breaking it down, with just 2 knocks from Reliana and Happy Frog. And in front of you was a strange man with a cat on his shoulder. Now,
Damn it.
we begin. Where's vampire music? So, upon the door sort of collapsing in on itself, you are met with a tiefling-like person with a sort of jester outfit. On his hip, you see a theater mask. However, you don't see what I forgot what it's called. The happy and the sad. Isn't the actual name like just happy and sad?
Comedy and tragedy.
You see
That's
on
what you're
his left hip just the tragedy mask. On his right
Oh,
shoulder,
no.
however, is a black cat with golden yellow eyes.
That cat's
Off
looking
first
like
glance,
that.
this man doesn't seem at all of a threat. He just seems more calm. I take it that you guys are here for the open house.
I kind of like look towards everyone. Yes, the open house.
You guys are quite late. It started an hour ago.
We've had to wait for some crowds.
Hmm.
We also went shopping. We got a little bit sidetracked.
Ah, I will say Ceremony City is marvelous. My name is Strahd. Strahd RENDIER. As you may know,
Can you repeat that again?
Say that one more time.
I didn't quite catch that.
Strahd, as in one of Atticus's finest works, in my humble opinion. He
Can I
calls
just,
it
like-
the Curse of Strahd.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, now you're meeting me. Now you're meeting me.
Okay.
No,
now
I'm
you're
not.
meeting me.
No, I'm not.
Are we also in Barovia? The fuck?
No, no,
Okay, wait, Carlos. Is Strahd a real person in
No,
your campaign?
no,
Okay, okay.
no, no. Feel free to take a look around. The dinner will be ready in about 30 minutes. So if you were coming purely for that, which would be quite inconsiderate of you, you made it just in time. To the right, to the left of me, I don't know why I cannot ping, but on this door right here is the dining room. On the left of me is a little church chapel in case you guys want to pray to whoever you like in the meantime. At the very center there is a amazing outdoor lounge with a glass ceiling on top of it to capture the moonlight. However, the second floor isn't quite open until midnight, so feel free to check out the first floor as he welcomes you in. Walking away, you see him walking towards the outdoor area and sitting on a bench, and he pulls out a book, taking out the bookmark from it, and proceeds to read.
So I just kind of can I just kind of like group huddle with the gang?
Yeah.
All right, we kind of group
Okay,
huddle.
I'm not
yeah.
gonna bother to move these three, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I just kind of group huddle with the gang. Like, okay. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
This
Yes.
is a vampire house. I've been through many of these same scenarios. They invite you in to pretend to serve you dinner, and then they give you a severed head. The plan I'm saying is that we can go along with this. We just gotta have a plan in case things go south.
Of course, but all we need to do is just check out if there's anything suspicious.
I said they get you in. They're so friendly, and you believe in friendliness, but there's no friendliness when
I
it
never
comes to
said
these.
there was friendliness. We just get out once we figure out what is going wrong.
All right.
Is it
I just
suspicious? But we get out.
want to make sure that we're all on the same page and that we could at least have some sort of escape plan.
Again. Our job is just to look around. That's it.
All right. We
Figure
can
out
do
if that man is all right.
All right. Betson, he's not doing all
Indeed.
right. Betson, he might already be dead. But it's good to check. It's good to check.
I prefer that we avoid a fight. We just figure out what happened, we leave, tell the man, get our money.
Dang, let's split up.
All right. Also, Carlos, perhaps for future reference, what time of day is it?
Right now it is actually
Is
the
it-
sun is coming down.
Shit!
So
Okay,
it's
okay.
like 6 right now.
Not
For-
good. That's not good at all.
And also just for outside reference, if you press J to go to the journal, if you go to my journal, you'll be able to see. I mean, you've all given me your backstories, so this is where I'll put generally anything about your character. Obviously your backstories in there. If there's any character background info like with other people, that will also be put in there. And do not look in Quest. I do not know what's going on there.
Wait,
But-
let me look at Quest.
Michael!
Michael!
And there is
Wait,
a
it's Mikey! What the fuck?
and there's a
I
new
just scrolled
milestones
down.
tab. There's a new milestones tab. So
Michael
Keep an eye on that
Weisinger.
one.
Oh my god! Where'd you get that photo?
That's Mikey, the one in Washington.
I know.
but yeah.
Oh,
The one thing I did forget to mention, this was on me. Just imagine he said this. He's his Strahd is his butler.
What was his name? Big Strahd? Big Strahd and Strahd Jr.?
No, the one that you just met, Strahd. He's
I know.
Atticus's butler.
Okay, okay. There was definitely not an uprising a couple weeks ago. No, not at all.
Nope. All right, feel free.
I
Alright,
say we stick together.
the sun is coming low.
I'm not exactly well prepared to fight on my own.
That-
If you guys
I'm actually.
don't mind,
Don't worry. Worst case scenario, you all can get behind me.
I'm sticking behind the frog instead.
He's like half my size.
He's clad in steel, not fur.
I'm not even clad in Jacob. I'm hairless. That's like a
Oh,
double insult.
Oh, so
wait,
lacking
wait,
anything.
Wait, I have a fur? I didn't know. I gotta check all over. It's gotta be somewhere.
if you guys don't mind, could you follow me into the church area?
Of course, of course. You know what's the great thing about being hairless? You don't have to worry about ticks. I don't know how many ticks I had when I was a bull.
So, immediately walking in, you are greeted by the warm presence of the cauldrons. I'm gonna call them cauldrons. I don't know their proper name. Place
Braziers.
braziers. There you go. Fuck. I just played Valheim. I don't know how I didn't know that. Emanating the light that is in the room. To your right and left, you see pillars going up to a very high ceiling. As you look up, the ceiling is at least like 20 feet up in the air. And chairs are placed without, with a large circle in the middle. And even though you can't see it on the map, there is a podium. A circular podium with a lever door at hip height. You already see two individuals in here. One sitting down, kind of in the Shinji pose. Kind of looks like he's praying. The other one, the blue-skinned lizard. It kind of looks like he's straying off, looking at you guys, but not directly at you guys. The room's atmosphere is filled with odd sorrow.
Okay.
Walking in, also. Oh yeah, go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So, Happy Frog. You're the easiest name to remember. So you're a paladin, right? You dress like one.
Indeed, I am.
So, what paladins have to maintain something, right? But you can get your daily prayers in here. Is it a daily prayer ding?
actually don't know.
Like, is it like a streak you gotta keep up? If you don't, your gods get very angry.
I think so, Rudy. I think so. Yeah.
You gotta keep that
Oh,
streak
wait,
up.
no. The restriction I have is I can't let enemies get away. I have to always.
You've
Oh
made
wait,
your
no.
oath.
No, that's an oath. Okay, yeah, never mind. Indeed, prayers.
Alright. But
You see as
Well,
the man over here, why isn't it? You see as the man over here, sits upright, noticing your presence, looking at Happy Frog for a second. He grows a smirk on his face as it fades away immediately. You see him get up and start walking towards you. Hi.
Oh, you're weird.
hello there, individual.
Is this your first time in here?
Indeed, it is.
Lovely
Yes, of
place
course.
there is here.
nice, nice
I-
manor there is here.
I am enjoying the sight of this place.
It's a very lovely place, I will say. Tell me, you didn't happen to see the butler around, have you?
Oh, of course. He let us in.
Oh, so he's just letting anyone in?
I flash him a look. Like what? What? Nice to meet you, good sir. What is your name?
You see as he goes, very awkwardly shaking with his legs quivering. Obviously, like almost like if he's forcing himself to even walk towards you. He extends his arm out and then a handshake.
You need a cane there? You got something wrong with your legs?
Oh. Yeah, you see as he the hand that was let out, he goes to the brazier to find balance, and immediately upon putting his hand on the railing, he gets burned. I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah.
What is it on fire? What's
No.
going on?
It's just hot. I'm gonna sit down right
brazier.
here. I'm gonna sit down right here.
I'm gonna check to see if it's actually hot. I'm gonna check to see if it's hot.
Wait, the brazier or him? His hand.
I'm gonna check to see what he touched. Is it actually hot?
It's a brazier. It's a
Oh!
metal thing that holds a
Fire.
fire. It's
Okay,
like a
never
big
mind, never mind.
torch.
Never mind. That makes sense.
Do you
that makes
want
sense.
do you want to go touch it or no?
No. I realized what you actually touched. I thought I touched something else.
No.
Never mind. The name's Toro Blanco. So your legs aren't working well, huh?
No. You see as he extends his left hand out. Give me a Arcana check.
Okay. Great. We're already in it. We're already in it.
Man, why is every NPC we made creepy as balls?
Oh, wait,
Look at him.
at the house.
Look at him.
at the house.
I
Okay,
mean,
well,
yeah.
look at him. Look at him.
So, like everybody we have
Not
talked
particularly
to
my
so far.
strong suit. Okay, 11.
That's at 12. Oh yeah, I gotta turn on the freaking chat.
You
Can't see.
you get a small sense of, how do I put this? Good faith from him as he extends his left hand out.
I shake it.
My
Roll
name is-
me a Constitution check.
Roll
Wisdom
me-
save right here.
Roll me your.
My name is Beryl. Nice to
Barrel.
meet you, Blanco.
Like what people drink wine from? Barrel?
No, one R is B-A-R-L-E.
A curious name. So what brings you here? How did you even walk all the way over here?
I wanna like signal Raeliana to like, while Toro Blanco's distracted with Beryl, to like follow me out the door, but like not enough where
Quietly.
Toro
Yeah,
Blanco
yeah.
and-
Okay.
You're gonna take advantage to sort of sneak out.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Don't aren't we all here for one reason in particular? I mean, we're all artists, aren't we? We're here to
Alright, I know.
see the
Oh, my bad.
great Atticus's work.
Of course. Uh, yeah, we were more specifically for Atticus himself, but some fine art is appreciated. I'm quite an artist myself, you know, an artist with blades and swords.
You immediately upon saying that. Now I'm assuming you're saying that in like a more loud tone, like proud, like
Yeah.
Toro Blanco. You
Yeah.
see, as the man in the back, the lizard, the blue-skinned lizard-looking dude, who was once looking in your direction, however, not really. He kind of snaps his eyes towards you. He begins to walk on the podium. So, tell me, Mr. Sorry, I
Toro
didn't catch your name.
Blanco!
Tor-
Toro Blanco!
Ah, Toro Blanco. Tell me, are you an artist?
I'm an artist in many ways. I know how to sing, I know how to dance, and, well, recently I've acquired a more acrobatic form. I will not elaborate on that, but if you want, you can see me try.
I don't think this is an appropriate place to do backflips.
What?
But
What?
I don't
This?
discriminate on other people's forms of art. You don't seem out of place, though? He says in a more like condescending tone.
Hmm, I see. Well, I may not exactly have the best clothes right now, and my grooming may not exactly be the best, but art is meant to be appreciated by the masses. And the more people add social walls to this type of stuff, it feels more as if they're gatekeeping rather than letting the masses enjoy something that should be viewed at and appreciated by all, not by those with more privilege. Trust me, I have dealt with a lot of this.
I'm like that one SpongeBob gif with like air being blown into him, and he's like, "Whoa."
So if you are trying to insinuate that because of your wealth or because of your clothing or any other reason that you deserve to look at this art more than I do, I think our conversation ends here.
You see, as what once was a more condescending smile becomes more genuine as he sticks out his hand to you for a handshake. That is my sincerest apologies. It irks me when people claim to love the art of people, whether it's through music or through paintings or through anything of that, and not really view it as more than art. However, I clearly see that I was mistaken, and that is my apologies, as he sticks his hand out.
Ah, don't worry about it. And perhaps I was mistaken about you. And I also handshake with him. And I assume we're gonna cut to like Jacob
Yeah,
and Rudy,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm gonna get a drink of water real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, okay. Raeliana, Happy Toad, walking out of the room quietly, getting out of that uncomfortable atmosphere in the little church, you are met with Tibnik just walking into the house from the outside.
Okay.
And for reference, Lucas, the it's 8 right now, like the sun is setting. Dinner's gonna be served in 30 minutes, and the upstairs is closed. And what's happening right now is there's a sort of quote-unquote open house happening, which by just which Toro Blanco conversating with these two, it's a lot of people here for Atticus's art. Think of it as traditional middle school home open house.
Look,
Yeah. But yeah, where do you guys choose to go?
I want to cast Divine Sense to see how big of trouble we're in that's in this area.
In your area? Okay. Yeah, put it in chat.
If I just like click on it and use ability, will it just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
I like how it specifies as an example Count Strahn von Sadovich. When we just
Uh-oh.
met a guy whose name is Strahd.
Uh-oh. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna have fun with this. So casting Divine Sense, do you have like any way for people to kind of like see how you're casting it, or are you just casting it?
It's just kind of natural senses.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I just
I
didn't
was
know if
gonna
it was like a
say,
visual or like. I mean, yeah, you can
Yeah,
do whatever.
It says, as an action, you could open your awareness to detect such
No.
forces. Oh wait, the first sentence. The presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor
I'm-
or a powerful good rings heavenly music in your ears. Just your senses, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Big sniff.
Okay, so sort of opening your ears more. You don't have to roll for this, do you? Okay, 60 feet. So in particular about the Strahd name, I'm just gonna give you this. The Butler Strahd, you don't sense any like evil or any alarming energy coming from him in general. However, the place, sort of the same, but a little bit more. Hi. A little bit more. Not mysterious. I'd say. No, you don't feel anything.
okay,
From where you are, no, you don't.
so we gotta get upstairs. Is what you're telling us?
Uh-oh. No, I don't know. Alright, where do you guys choose to go?
Let's keep exploring the places we have access to before deciding to go to the places that is supposedly locked up and not supposed to go.
Now,
I'm gonna
mind
shoot guys
you,
around the main area.
I do want to say, the upstairs, there's nothing blocking it. I do want to say that. It's just closed.
Okay.
Like, is there doors?
Nope.
Like
You can see
block
right
all-
you can see right up the stairs. However, you don't really see much from here, but you can see the ceiling.
Okay. Anybody want to make a stealth check?
We're pre-firing a stealth check. I hate you guys. It's up to you guys.
Let's leave it until we explore this bottom area first. I say. It's just I do have good stealth because Bard. But like let's just keep moving.
Alright. Is
Just leave Toro Blanco in a little.
Well, we'll get back to you in your
I can
little.
keep this spiky. No, I want to see them keep them sworn.
Huh?
Huh? What'd you say? You're gonna come back to me right now?
No. We'll get back to you in a little
Okay.
bit. Opening the door, you see one familiar face as it's this hooded man in a robe from the Arbentrout Inn. And in this room, it's sort of like a dining hall. Immediately, you see the dark oak rich table with dark oak chairs complementing it. You see dressers and drawers with a glass screening on it, and from inside you can see a multitude of bottles of wine displayed without. And at the corner of the room, you see a man sitting on the couch with his feet kicked up in a crisscross like stance, reading
Like
a
a
book.
little girl?
No, like he's kicking his feet up on the table, just like crossing it.
Oh.
And then
Singles.
in the corner, you can see where he got the book from. There was already a conversation going between these three at the table, and when you guys entered the room, they stopped and looked. This one begins to speak up. More people have come. It's very nice to see
Indeed.
more people like us over here.
Take the
Hello.
lead.
It's- We're just exploring, taking a look around. You know.
What have we
Hmm.
walked into, man?
Ah, that's fair. I get kind of shy when I see a bunch of people. However, I thought to myself when I walked in, we're all here for one reason, and one reason only. It's like my extended part of my family. So, treat it how you wish. You see as this one begins to like nod like
I'll be
aggressively.
back.
You see as the man over
Aggressive?
here begins to like nod like
Wait,
aggressively.
Lucas was here, but then he just left.
I think he said
Okay.
be right back.
Yeah, he said be right back.
Yes. There's just some curiosity. I'm just looking around the house. It's a pretty nice place.
I say it's one of his finest households. I've been to. Have you been to any other one of his manors?
I can't say I have. This is my first time here.
You're missing out. But good first choice. I heard that the second floor is currently closed. However, there's nothing stopping you from going up there. But you know, morals show through your personality and actions.
Of course, of course.
I know this guy.
You see as he begins to point towards this door. This is the kitchen area. I wouldn't bother the chef. I walked in there and he seemed pretty annoyed. Big, brolic man, cook type of person.
Kiss the chef type beat.
Sounds
Yeah.
like we should explore the kitchen.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend going in there. But
Wouldn't do it
fine,
in front
fine,
of all these people.
fine pastries. Through this door, there is a pretty long, scary hallway. I didn't really go in there. I just stayed put. I assume that this is
Happen to
where
know
dinner is going to be
what's-
served.
Ah,
Pardon?
do you know what's behind that door? Besides a long, scary hallway?
I'm a very scared person, so I don't really do that adventure stuff. I normally just stay home and paint on my canvas.
Reasonable.
We're stuck with a bunch of pretentious artists. Get me out of here!
I'm in a house with DeviantArt artists. No.
God.
You see as the man over here awkwardly just begins to like start like giggling to himself, looking at the book, reading it, in a very low and deep tone.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, but please, if you guys want to come sit, have a chat, please be my guest. However, I do recommend you go check out that sauna. It's pretty nice. It's over at the top right of the
Sauna?
map. Out of
Sauna?
character.
Oh my goodness.
I'll gladly take your offer, but as
Indeed.
you said, it'd be fun to check out the rest of the house. So we shall do that for now.
You see, as he kind of
Oh.
like, you see, as she kind of like gives you like a half blink, staring at you. But she says, "All right, very well. Maybe we'll meet here later, or maybe you'll go to another dining hall. I presume. I don't know how they're gonna fit us all in here. Maybe there's some on the second floor, or whatever the matter. Have fun and stay
Whatever it
safe."
is, whatever it is,
Okay, wait.
I'm sure the food will be great.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, the way these artists present themselves, are they big artists?
From what
Could
you
they-
guys would know, okay, so from what you guys would know, you wouldn't really, as you guys aren't from Ceremony City. However, the vibe they're getting from this is they all kind of like know each other in a way.
Yeah, he's gonna
They're
get
all
rid.
in a circle. Oh shit.
No. Here's what I'm thinking. This guy's trying to get rid of his competition, and what better to do that? Is to... No, I'm serious. He's gonna get rid of all his competition. It's genius. He's gonna bring
Wait.
them all to his manor, unleash some death trap, He's gonna and kill them all. And we're gonna be
Lucian
part of
comes
this.
in. Lucian comes in. He's like, guys, what's happening? As Atticus comes out from the closet, perfect. Snaps his finger.
No, we're gonna Carlos, we're gonna see like a chimera come out. Of course.
Walking into, let me describe this area. Walking into the middle area. Above you, beautiful. The moon is sort of seen from the angle that you are from the side. However, it's not fully at the center. There's a glass roof. There's a glass dome encasing you at the top. You can kind of see the second floor from here, although not too clear. However, in the greenery area, you notice a man that you had seen at the city just earlier today. You notice a very odd-looking amalgamation of a dog and a wolf in a, I don't know what it's called. Sure. In a sort of Mexican style outfit. I don't know what, I forgot what it's called. I'm a disgrace of my own kind.
Desperado type shit.
Desperado type shit. You see a little building, a cute little mini home, you would say, with railings and some benches inside of it. And stepping on the ground, you can't really tell if it's fake or real dirt.
Comforting.
And the trees, looking at it, the leaves seem too green, with the vines being in uncomfortable places on the tree, almost like if it was forcefully put on there.
Ooh. Okay. I think this guy that we're dealing with, he's been using magic for art. This place could be part of his magic art thing. That's why we can't tell if it's real or fake. Those vines could be, I don't know, magic vines. Actually, I don't know. Voice in your head. Do an Arcana check, maybe. I don't know if Carlos lets it.
Do you want to?
Does the divine sense pick up anything for him?
Oh wait, it travels with you?
Divine sense is just a constant. It's just his senses. Like it's not like
okay.
It's not like an active spell. It's just like it's always him. Like
okay.
his ears and nose is just always trained for that.
Really?
Paladin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I don't know. I
know
just
that.
like imagine he's literally sniffing out danger. That's how I've always imagined it.
Yeah. It's not even like he doesn't have limited uses. It's just like, again, like it's basically something they've trained for. They've trained their senses to pick up on stuff like that.
You
That's
know, anime
cool.
characters just have some anime characters just have really good smell for no reason. It's like that.
Okay. Happy Frog. Walking into the forestry area of the manor, noticing the trees and the grass, you don't really pick up anything quote unquote evil from the place still. However, a word that pops up into your mind when entering this area is fake.
It's
Not
fucking
real.
art, bro. It's fucking art. It's AI.
It's just his plastic. It's his plastic trees, but
Everything is vinyl.
This house is AI generator, bro.
Since you notice it more than Reliana, Reliana, can you cast Arcana at disadvantage and Toadflax? I mean, Toadflax. That's Kai's character.
Where'd you get Toadflax from?
That's Kai's different. That's a character from Kai.
Happy Frog, give me a regular Arcana check.
What the freak?
I love rolling a 4 on one of my dice.
Arcana?
Yeah, it's one of the little ones on the front page.
One of the little ones.
It's the
It's in
long
skills.
list that says skills
Yeah.
in the middle.
Oh, there it is.
Damn.
Hey.
Reliana, you don't sense anything from it. Happy Frog, you don't sense anything from it at all.
But I
Funky.
know something's funky.
Yeah, you know something's funky. But magic-wise, you don't feel anything. Why is my wall acting like that? I'm looking
Yeah.
at that. Why is my wall acting like that?
Great.
What is it doing? Why is it doing that?
Ooh, secret room.
A secret room. There's gonna be a door.
That is actually okay.
No, it's an
Oh,
actual
that's the
room.
kitchen, I think.
I was
Okay.
about to say if that was a secret door, that would be embarrassing.
Torblanco, do you wish to end the or do you want to go more in depth in the conversation and learn about these two people, or do you want to just leave it at that?
Here's the thing, Artie, did they even care that they walked out the door, or from what I'm assuming, most of the house is free to explore.
They didn't really. This one, oh, he didn't give you his name yet. He didn't mind. This one kind of gave like a sad, a frown.
Okay, because I could always have a distraction, be prepared in case they ever snitch. But okay, do it. Sure. Just for a bit though. I want them to like
Okay.
continue their.
Yeah. Okay. We left off with you shaking their hand. Tell me,
Yeah.
as this one speaks, what brings you over here? Just curiosity, I guess.
Oh well. I've heard the name of Carlos. What's his name again?
I'll just give it to you. Revolt.
Revolt. I've heard the name Revolt around, and well, person whose name you hear echoing throughout the entire city surely must be someone worth, seeing for the first time. I don't exactly keep track of artists or their names, but who knows? I could have perhaps seen one of his works somewhere. But I just decided to come and check it out, learn a bit more for myself. I am still new in this city, after all. You could consider me a tourist, even.
Usually I don't really think of tourists that much, or I don't really think that fondly of them. However, I can tell that you're different.
Well, I'm a tourist everywhere I go. I'm an adventurer.
An adventurer who understands and sees the impact that art makes on this world.
It happens when you've lived a long life.
We need more people like you,
Just gonna get touched.
especially now in this time of age of sorrow and mystery shrouded within our lovely land of Lyra.
Of course. In fact, I think we need more heroes to fight corruption. And what's the first thing corruption touches apart? Art.
You see, as this
Propaganda.
smile begins to widen a little more.
I'm impressing this guy so much, bro.
Raise him up, bro. You're about to
I'm
get
He's
gonna-
about to kiss you. He's about to kiss you.
Yeah.
Like, they
Start
come-
making
no,
out in this religious room.
You guys are gonna find like a demon shrine. You're gonna come back in this room. Toraboko, what are you doing? We're like making out together. Oh, what? Oh yeah, the quest. Anyway, so I'm still curious. How did you make your way over here? Do you have an assistant, or did you just muster the willpower?
I don't
For-
see a need to have an assistant. I do all my work by myself and only with myself. However, I do sometimes get the help of Beryl over here for some inspiration, as many
No,
of us do.
I was talking about shaky leg guy. Shaky leg guy's bail.
Oh.
How the hell he got over here with those legs?
I did have an assistant, but she left early. She is the bridesmaid at her sister's wedding, so she's coming to pick me up later.
Congratulations. So
Oh no, it's not me getting married. It's my.
relay my congratulations to her when she comes back. And if she may be too late, I wouldn't mind walking you home. I'm a free man with lots of free time.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. But I think I'll be fine. Don't worry. But I will let you know though. I do not live far from here.
So
You may have even passed my house. Roll a history check.
All right. Okay, yeah. Carlos, could you type the name in chat? I'm not gonna lie, I keep kind of forgetting it.
Oh.
No, not Barrel. Yeah, Revolt. Interesting
Oh, I
name.
spelled it wrong.
Revlot.
Okay, also something I'm not really good at.
Oh.
I have a bad memory. Let's see this.
Who?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
bad memory
one.
for sure.
Fucking,
Thinking back
I-
to when you were walking through the forest to Atticus's mansion, you don't remember a single house that you passed by at all.
what? I recall the thing I ate off the ground. What did I eat off the ground again? uh, so I want to ask him. I want to ask one more question, specifically about Revolt himself. So, like I said, I appreciate art, but I'm not exactly good with names. What exactly are your relations to him? Not just you, but the other people that have decided to come here.
I think the main one is we all share the same community. I don't think I've stressed it enough, but we all are artists. But I will say, the one thing that connects us the most, and the reason why I'm assuming we're all here, is the reveal of Atticus's next art piece.
Huh?
How strict is the art scene in this city? Is it
Oh.
perhaps a bit too competitive?
Oh, I've spent day and night working on just a fraction of a canvas, trying to perfect every single millimeter of every piece of artwork that I make. And I'm sure that
What I mean is that you're with Revolt and all the others. It's a tight circle, but do you perhaps have a bit of some competitiveness over who the best artist is? I'm just going off of other art communities I've seen in my travels.
Oh, plenty. I'm not sure if you know of this man named Lucian.
Ah, you got who? Maybe I passed his
I'd
house or
say
something.
he's the second best, right under Atticus. Atticus is unrivaled, unmatched. However, he is fairly good at art. One day I might even pass him though. But I heard that he's retired and someone has to dethrone him eventually. You know, age catches up to you while Atticus is still young and still bright. It's a shame that he's not here with us right now.
Excuse if this question may be a bit too, sudden. Do you think Revolt would take over his spot?
I think he would.
As Shit! This is gonna kill us! He's gonna kill off the competition! I'm telling you, man!
Oh, wait,
We walked
Andrew.
into Yeah?
The NPC's name is Revolt. The guy that you're talking about is Atticus. That's his name.
Oh,
His name's Atticus.
okay, Arcus. I've been talking.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
just realized what you were talking
Okay,
about.
can we like rewind this to Atticus? What was all your relationship with Atticus? Are you guys competitive with Atticus? Just rewind to that conversation topic.
Like if Revolt is competition with
Okay.
Atticus?
No, I'm saying is if are all the artists here in competition with Atticus?
Yes,
Even if it's a
everyone is.
friendly one.
Everyone is.
Shit! Oh fuck! We're gonna get dragged in the middle of this. So, I guess you may have been right that first time. I am out of place if you are considered competition. Who would know that a bunch of artists would show up to an artist event?
I would be lying if I said I wasn't here to see what my competition was looking like at the next festival. But I am quite interested to see if Atticus will make an appearance finally, as he hasn't really had many open houses in years. This is his first one in a while.
A bit of a pale fellow, isn't he? Spends a lot of time inside.
I heard that he doesn't talk at all. I haven't really met the guy myself, but I have heard that he doesn't really care about people, if you'd say. He's more interested in his own creations. I mean, if you heard the butler, he named his butler after his greatest piece of art ever, Curse of Strahd. But I
Just gotta
think
slip it in there.
I think
That was slick, dude. That was really slick.
I think
I just want Toro Blanco to start to process all of this, and he walks over to this chair, and sort of puts a leg up on it like he's thinking, and you're about to tell he's about to go on a rant. So this Atticus fella, he wants to make art, and art is the expression of the soul, the expression of life itself, through a painting, or dancing, or singing, or even combat. But may I ask, if Atticus does not go outside, nor does he care much about people, he is out of touch with his own heart. In that case, what does he draw about? Nothing but his own
Privately
delusion.
roll dice.
Nothing but his own delusion.
it's
Believe me if this may come out as a bit sudden, but I believe artists should be just as in touch as any other person of the world, as that is what you were trying to express. When you lose that connection, your art becomes disingenuous and fake.
CZ begins to step next to you mid-rant, but continue.
Uh-oh.
Better get pegged, bro.
He's gonna
No.
get touched.
I'm gonna get touched.
You say that out loud. I'm gonna
and
get touched.
And if he does not care about people, then I don't believe he even should have a right to touch a pen. Caring about people, those connections, that is what makes us human. And the people who stray further and further away from that turn to something more ugly, turn to something that would not be considered very mortal.
You see as he, at the end of your rant, you hear small clapping from Revolt and Beryl. As Revolt speaks up, you really are a man of the soul, huh?
Of course! That is the way of Toro Blanco.
Well, pardon me for this sudden, quick move, but I must get back to my thoughts. But you see as he pulls out a paper, he flicks his wrist, and automatically on his wrist you can see a bracelet, and on the top side of his wrist you see a little capsule filled with ink. As he flips it open, with a feather coming out he pulls a feather out the back of his hair and dips it in the ink, and you see as he writes down, for right now I don't really know how he would say it. Wait, no. You see as he writes down rune-like words. You process that as what in this world what would be a phone number, but for your sending stones, as he hands it
What?
to you.
I rizzed him up! He gave me his phone number!
You know, let me know if you need any help with anything. I have a lot of connections, you know. As he begins to
Thank you.
walk away and
Sorry.
sits back down and starts praying.
Toro Blanco sort of sits down and wonders how he managed to impress a bunch of pretentious artists.
You just got a phone number.
Alright. So we all have, just to be sure, last session,
Yeah, I
that
gave
guy
you guys
that we
sending
worked with-
stones.
Okay, so we all have phone numbers. That's
Yeah,
actually
but
like
it's in the
that.
shape of, it's in runes.
No, I like that. I
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I don't care. Phone
Yeah.
number mechanics in D&D are fun.
Yeah, the sending stones are in your thing. There was some weird restrictions on it that I read. I don't really care about those. It's not anything crazy,
Treat it
so I
like a
just
phone.
removed them. Yeah, it's
Alright,
basically kind of like a phone, kinda. You can
Alright.
treat it as
Is there
one, except there's
is
no
there-
texting. It's only calls.
okay?
Only.
Is there a way I can like keep track of it in my inventory just to know like my contacts?
I'll DM it to you. Don't worry. I'll DM it to you. Don't worry.
All right. Hell yeah. I get yeah.
Oh, I could put
I
that in your
rizzed him up, bro.
journals. I could put
I
that in
rizzed
your
him up.
journals. I might put that in your journals after session.
I got his phone number. I just want to say, what was Barrel's reaction to all of this? He seems kind of a bit.
He seems like shocked. He's like stargaze, and he was still kind of clapping after the whole thing.
Thank you. Anyway, I think I'm done for what I have to say to these two.
Yeah. All right, back to the golden duo.
Still hasn't noticed that Toro Blanco still has not noticed that his two
Oh,
companions.
I've noticed. I've just been buying time for you guys.
All right,
So-
Reliana and Toadflax, what do you two choose to do?
Toad flags, yep.
I'm
Um,
that.
Like,
Now it's in my head, bro.
His name is Happy Frog.
Okay, so do these rooms look like they serve any purpose in particular? Like, do they look like bedrooms to me? Like, I'm used to noble buildings, so like, would I be
Okay.
able to tell at least the vibe of these rooms before I just peek in?
Okay. You know, yeah, no rule. On your left, immediately, just by the shape of the door, the size, your eyes begin to hyper-analyze everything before stepping in, sort of in like a wary, um, in a wary way. You identify that the left room is a bedroom and the right room is a bathroom. And Happy
assuming
Frog, you
there's a
sense
kitchen.
nothing from, yeah. And Happy Frog, you still sense nothing out of the ordinary.
I don't believe we should go snooping about bedrooms.
Indeed,
Walking away,
I would.
you hear snoring from the room.
Okay, more reason to not mess with it. What about this room and that door at the end?
Oh, oops,
Oops.
oopsies.
Oh,
Okay,
hey.
okay. Thank God I angled it that way. Ooh. Okay.
Oh, hey.
Almost saw the sacrifice ritual.
Whew. Almost saw
I
the curse of
also-
Strahd.
Also, this is the dark hallway they were talking about, so...
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
shit.
Don't worry,
Uh,
there's two of us here.
Looking at this door, while it's wooden on the top half that you can see, it's framed in wood. However, the interior and the handle part of it is half made out of cobblestone, stone, marble, and gold, all
Dude,
formulating a design.
We're gonna go down and we're gonna see an altar and it's gonna have some like weird corpse
Yeah, no,
dragon
if
thing.
this guy's
it's gonna
art-
have the weird corpse dragon thing, man.
I swear, if this guy's art has anything to do with magic becomes real, which I'm assuming it does, seeing as how real looking this environment is, we might have a real vampire on our hands.
Oh man, when his name is Strahd,
Maybe.
and when he looks the way he does, I mean, look at his token.
Goddamn
No,
Look at his
tieflings.
but
fucking
he's-
token.
No, he's
Goddamn
probably.
tieflings.
I don't know. If something. I think his painting of Curse of Strahd is gonna come to life, or something like that. I don't know. That's what I'm calling Mario 64 style.
Anyway, what? Okay, any vibes from this door? Or does it just seem like a storage room?
Trailing back to your kid days before you moved out, you remember your mother having a double door like room for a study, a room with a library and general quiet space, so nothing sketch from it.
Peek through the door. Studies usually seem to have a lot of information, and that's what we're looking for. I just want to peek, just in case there might be somebody on the other side. Okay.
So peeking for a second, you don't notice anyone inside. All you really notice is what confirms your suspicions, a basic study room.
This guy's really good at keeping suspicious stuff in.
Just gonna slowly. I wanna see what's on the desk.
There has to be there has to be like a secret entrance of some kind. These always happen in libraries.
Okay.
Hmm.
Going in, you can see through the windows of the first floor, peeking into the greenery area of the mansion. To your left, you see a multitude of libraries, a lounge, and a table with chairs. Some tucked in neatly, some looks like if someone was already there, with the one out more having a open book. To your right, you again see more shelves of books and a table with ink that looks days maybe even months old, and a feather with green mold on the hair of it.
I want to check if there's anything notable on the papers on the desk.
Looking at the papers on the desk, you see on the stacked pile a bunch of sketches of people, some in different positions, some just scenery, landscapes. However, the one on the table here next to the magnifying glass, there isn't anything on it. However, you can feel. Roll me an Arcana check.
Invisible ink type shit.
Roll me an Arcana check. Actually, what would it?
I'm
Investigation.
taking the magnifying glass.
Oh,
and
okay.
fucking looking
Okay.
over it.
Looking at taking the magnifying glass and looking into it, your suspicions were confirmed as what once wasn't there. You see
Shit.
a blueprint of a house. Now, already
it?
being inside of
Okay.
the mansion, you off rip notice that this is a blueprint of this household, with the creation date
Strange.
being of this mansion being 20,007. I mean 1207.
And
I mean
what's the year of this
12
campaign?
1200, just 1200. I'm stupid. This campaign's 1208. Now I do want to reiterate.
8 years ago.
The Cataclysm of Vex happened in 12,000.
Oh.
So this house is old.
About like
Just
8
8
years
years.
old. Just 8 years.
Oh, never mind.
Looking at the blueprints, does it have any, again, strange, out of place bits? Like, for example, a dungeon? Looking at the funny stone flooring back here,
Okay.
you know?
Looking at the blueprint, you see it from a fisheye kind of point of view of the first floor, showing very rough, minuscule sketches of what the interior is supposed to look like. The second floor isn't finished, however, you do see on the left side, on the right side, a sort of machinery area. And
Or what?
it's half finished. You can barely tell unless you want to
Okay.
roll.
EG.
Inside.
Dude, time to roll numbers.
Give me a. Is insight just like? Insight's just
Insight's
general.
only for looking at people,
Okay.
mostly.
So investigation then.
Yeah. Investigation. Yeah, investigation.
Please.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There's nothing here. There's
Looking-
nothing here,
zoom-
guys.
Moving the magnifying glass closer to the
Leave
paper,
now.
you see almost as if the ink that was once on the paper sort of begins to get thinner and smaller. You just can't really tell. And along with that, looking underneath the first floor drawing, you see a pair of what looks like to be stairs going down. However, it stops halfway.
Sick. Anyway, is there anything else inside of the desk, like in the little drawers, if it has any below it?
Looking into the drawers, you just see more papers of more sketches, and you see at the very bottom, you see a cabinet in the desk with a lock on it.
Okay.
Now, Toad
Well.
Flags, what are you investigating?
Yep,
Code
that's
flags again.
I
Okay.
I'm
I'm investigating
I don't
this.
think dude, I don't know what is up. I don't know. Okay. So I'll give you some context and what, just like looking everywhere else too. Looking at the bookshelves, Happy Frog, you notice that a lot of them are art themed, like general literature about art. However,
Like history and
you
stuff
start, yeah,
shit like that.
you start to notice a change in um a change in the theme. Most of the books that you see in a sort of egotistical way is written by Atticus. However, the ones that aren't, you notice that there's a common theme with human anatomy.
Okay, okay.
Only good things about this guy. I don't think we've actually heard a single bad thing about this guy. Are we all right, guys? Everybody loves him. He's very in touch with humanity, as you can see with these books.
He really likes to keep an eye on humans.
Oh yeah, he sure does.
Yeah, he doesn't get out much. Maybe this is his way of reconnecting with the world or understanding anatomy.
Looking at the book, on the bookmarked page, you notice that the back half of the book is all ripped out. However, very sloppily ripped out.
Oh, it must have just been a dog.
You know,
Surely nothing suspicious.
unironically, the shape of the rip does look like it was bitten off. It's in a
Okay,
weird
that's
C
hilarious.
shape.
And I
Why would it be bid?
Do you just want to? What do you want to read about the book? The cover? Like,
no.
the-
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Okay.
can I like grab the cover
yeah.
to see what it was like about?
I'm gonna just give you like a rundown of the book. The cover, holding it and flipping it over. The title is "Art is everywhere. Art is here. Art is now. Art is near."
Really? That's not...
Woo, that was kind of tough. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay, we're
DM
done,
is
we're done.
glazing himself.
Good job.
However, the difference is with this one, it's not written by Atticus. It's actually written by Lucian. Lucian
Interesting.
Arbitraut.
Interesting.
Do you want to read the book?
Well, if Lucian was the real bad guy, that would
So-
be a fucking plot.
Reading the book, or what little is left of the book, just kind of hyper scanning. You begin to notice that this is kind of an autobiography about Lucian. He goes
feel
over
like-
in the beginning part of reading the beginning couple pages, you see that it's him mainly talking about his childhood life. Very happy, very jolly. And then in the middle, his teenage years. However,
The
it
weak should be
stops.
purged.
It stops after he gets out of his teenage years, as the book begins. That's where the book was torn.
Is there any way I could like exactly tell?
If you want, you can
Like-
take the book, and I can tell you more in depth about it later.
Then it's like sure, I'll take the book.
Do you guys choose to examine anything more in this room?
Oh, well, I was gonna say,
Oh.
is there any way I could like check exactly like not exactly, but like
What bit it?
the
You can actually. Investigation.
Yeah, well,
Would that
okay.
be history or investigation? I'm gonna say investigation because you're examining it.
Okay.
Damn, we're based off of the grooves of the rip, it isn't sharp to where it would be a animal. It's more smooth and more. The bumps aren't in like shapes of circles as it's not rough like an animal would bite it. It's more smooth. Do you guys choose to explore anything else about the place in here?
What about this green book?
Looking at the books, you notice that it's just more self-loathing books about Atticus.
Oh, it's
One also
found it.
being an autobiography about him, sensing a common theme here.
Oh man.
Indeed.
Examining the competition.
Indeed. My goodness.
Is
Um,
there is there anything else notable about like the bookshelves, or is it just more of same
Mm.
shit?
Give me an investigation check with advantage.
Investigation advantage.
Yeah, baby.
Damn. Yo, guys, we gotta get these numbers up. We gotta get these numbers up
Yeah,
somehow.
these are mid numbers.
These are really mid numbers. These are really mid
Just
numbers.
call me over. I'll handle it.
No.
Looking at the bookshelves, also sensing a common theme of the the self-absorbed person that is Atticus. You do notice a book about Queen Astrid, the current ruler of the Fresten kingdom, and the cover is a very rough drawing illustration of her holding up the Fresten dragon flag with her face being X'd out in the drawing.
That's great.
Interesting. Only good things from this guy.
Yeah, only good things.
Guys, I honestly think we might have been wrong to judge.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Wait, no. I think you guys a little bit misinterpreted that. This is the cross isn't something done by someone that hadn't made the cover. It's already in the
it's
cover. It's
okay,
already in
okay,
the
cool.
cover.
It's like news
Yeah,
headliner.
yeah, like news headliner type.
Okay.
Almost
okay.
like propaganda like arts in a way.
Yeah.
Very political off the bat.
I'm not playing the politics campaign.
No.
Well, I feel like that's it for me.
Modifying my D&D.
Do you guys choose to do anything?
I kind of want to take a peek.
That's it.
Toro Blanco, do you want to explore anywhere else, or do you want to go to where they
Okay,
are?
how about this?
There
I
is
do
a-
want to catch up with my gang, and like, and honestly, I have a pretty good out. You know, since I impressed them, they think of me very well. All right, and I shall do as I've told you many about. Explore this mansion wherever I'm allowed.
You're up here.
And I make my leave. And I kind of walk in. Hello, everyone. What have we found here? We're a library, after all.
Indeed. So as he's coming back, I obviously make my way to the suspicious long end door at the hallway,
Careful. They might be booby trapped.
and I want to take a peek inside.
Open the door
putting
slowly.
your hand on the doorknob, your divine senses begin to peak. Not with any evil, not with anything like that, not with anything negative. Oddly, with a feeling of hold on, let me read this spell one more time. Oh, nope, you're fine. Oh, wait. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Okay, so it's just like, okay, you don't sense anything. You're fine.
Okay. Oh yeah. That's not a lot of stuff. Just peeking from. What was that? I saw something move. Um, I'm gonna close it back up. I definitely did see something there.
You hear giggling from the room.
Giggling.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
giggling.
what, of what type? Like,
No, just like a man giggle. Like
is there a keyhole we can sort of peek through? Just know what we're getting
Oh,
into.
I opened.
I
I like
mean,
peeked through the
like
door already.
you're not gonna
Yeah,
get
that's-
more than this. Like
Okay. Big man in front. Squishy's in the back.
Man in front. I'm 3 feet tall.
this dude is like smaller than you.
It was. Listen, it was. Oh my god, I'm forgetting people's names. I'm sorry, guys.
Really, Anna?
Yeah. It was really on this idea, you know, for you to be the muscle. Actually.
I see. All right.
What the
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Actually, really, let me get in front of you, just in case.
The giggling has intrigued me enough
Okay.
to where I don't fully make myself like. I just like basically peek around this corner more.
Um.
Dang it! I'm under. Oops.
We better not
Walking-
see a guy touching himself.
Okay.
Oh!
Walking into the room, you're met with a very noble-like looking man. You see a silver-like mask on his face, with his eyes a beetroot type red. He's covered in jewelry and expensive attire, with his robe flexing his lineage, as you guys recognize it as one of the houses of the Nullis kingdom.
The
One of us,
Nullis.
who's the one of us that
wait,
recognizes this?
wait. The Nullis Kingdom.
Yes.
So the bad guy, like recent. Wait, say it again. He's a noble. He's a noble of the Nullis Kingdom. Is that what we've gathered?
He looks very wealthy, and on his arm, you see the symbol. You don't know the name, but Toro Blanco, you've seen it throughout the
It's
streets
just
of
the
Nullis.
Nazi sign.
Throughout the streets of Nullis.
Yeah, you can kind of hear Toro Blanco mutter under his breath, "Someone is gonna die tonight."
Oh my goodness. All right. So this person, this noble, hasn't seen us, right?
Mm-mm.
And he's
Nope. You see, from your little peek in, you just notice him looking at something on the table. Oh wait, you can see it. Okay. Yeah, you can see it. It looks very familiar. You can't get a good grasp at what it is from the angle that you're peeking from. Unless you want to roll
just sight check.
investigation. No, unless you want to roll like
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay, After he rolls, can I roll an insight check just to see how disgusting
Yes.
this guy can truly
Rudy,
be?
roll investigation at disadvantage, because you can't really.
That was a 6. Ah, dang it.
Okay. Reliana, and you can still see it with a 13. It looks familiar as you kind of peek through the corner. You very vaguely see the outline of the Baxtier kingdom on a map. Do you want to roll?
They have all version involved. Oh, my turn.
Yeah, do you want to roll insight?
Yeah, insight. Okay, not just for how wicked this man is. I also want to. Okay, I don't know how much insight actually grants. Could I also see if he's perhaps strong? If I were to attack him right now, how much of a fight would he give back?
Just roll insight depending on that, buddy.
Innocent civilian, possibly.
Man is not innocent.
Okay.
Ooh.
Shit.
I'll let you roll it one more time.
Okay, I can tell this is important. Fuck, the
That's-
same roll?
Are you dead ass? I can't help you with that,
Same-
buddy.
You're done, bro.
Okay, what little information do I get, if
Let
any at all?
let me give me a quick moment.
Can I look like back at Toro Blanco and Reliana and see how Toro Blanco's like eyeing him down? And can I make an insight check?
Yeah, because I'm glaring daggers at this guy.
Sure. I don't see an issue with
Alright.
that.
Insight, normal, right?
Yeah, normal. Here, let me get a photo of the symbol since you guys can see it. What was the roll? I can't see it right now.
These are peak rolls, guys.
How about
Rolled a natural
Reliana
20.
notices that? How about Reliana notices that Happy Frog is glaring daggers at him? Because
I
it-
don't even see around the corner.
Yeah, he barely
Okay.
sees it. I'll show you what the symbol looks like.
this is the Nullis. This is the Nullis noble system. What is this? This is symbol.
This is the symbol that you see plastered on his left arm, and upon fully seeing the symbol, Toro Blanco, you're reminded of the decrepit streets of the Nullis Kingdom, with a multitude of names plastered on wanted papers with various names, with this exact symbol on it.
Oh wait,
Now-
these guys were wanted in Nullis. They're not part of Nullis.
You don't remember what the symbol is supposed to mean. If you want, you can roll history to remember it.
Okay, because if this guy is a Nullis noble, it's wraps. Pack it up, man. Also, not something I'm good with. Get me some good rolls, man. This is backstory. Let's fucking go!
Fuck. Okay. Wait, what was the roll again? Okay, history. Digging deep into your memory, like really going in the back of your cranium, you
Real far.
immediately you catch a whiff of the noble house Voss.
I reach for my sword.
And you remember that there is a like electric shock in your mind, like a wire being snapped, of a jester-like face twitching, rocking back and forth in his chair in front of you, with him giggling to himself.
That's
And then
the
you
vibes I
snap
get
back.
from this guy.
Yeah, and then you snap back. You see as the man looks to your left, to his left,
Okay.
and notices you.
Okay, I'm like around. Okay, so I'm still behind like the corner. I'm sort of sticking my neck out.
Yeah, he sees
But-
Happy Frog more.
But yeah, but the other half of my body is still behind the wall, and Reliana, you can kind of notice that I'm gritting my teeth, and my hand is shaking towards my sword.
You see as the man begins to speak. A frog?
Human?
Please step in.
I'm just gonna stay behind.
Do you have any others
gonna-
with
I'm-
you?
No. The corridor I walked down. This door seemed interesting.
Hmm.
Sorry if I bothered you by
No.
any chance.
No. Please, I could be far from bothered. Please, take a seat anywhere. Noticing coming into the room more, you immediately see a statue. Okay, you see two braziers next to a statue, that of which resembles Vornak.
Ah.
And on the table, since one of you has seen it, I'll just show it. To your immediate surprise and sort of disdain, and all within the same feeling. If you go to world map in the map section, it's the second one. You see a map of what was the entire kingdom of Vex plastered on there, and a sword, and with the sword on the paper drilled straight through the table, right where the Fresten kingdom lies.
I want to conquer here.
Place of conquest right there.
It's quite far. They just
Do you guys want to make yourselves known?
I'm still waiting around the corner.
Okay.
In fact, yeah, you guys, I'm not sure if Happy Frog saw, but Reliana can definitely see. I am trying my best to hold back the will to gut this man the moment I lay eyes on him.
yeah, so as I accepted his request and took a seat, I bring up the fact that when I got near the door, I heard giggling.
Oh. Sorry, I was just simply reminiscing on old times. You know, I had some very close relatives in Vex. Too many of
That-
which to even say, and instead of crying like most people do, I thought it'd be better to just remember the good times that I had with them. And may they rest in peace. But you see, as he looks at the wall, strangely enough, Happy Frog, as soon as he looks at the wall and his eyes like squint a little, a rush of bloodlust courses through your frog-like body for a split second, as it goes away when his eyes begin to widen. I believe it's almost time for dinner. As you hear the ringing of a bell coming from the bottom side of the building.
So this guy is just also a random artist that came here, except he's part of Voss's little crew.
You don't know.
We don't know who this guy is.
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of whisper this to Reliana as we're sort of peeking around. I sort of like retract back in, not wanting to even come near this man. I don't care whether or not we get this mission done, but that man cannot leave here alive.
Awfully murderous.
He would be too, if he knew what family this man came from. I do not even want to be within any distance of him. I may not be able to control myself. And I walk off.
Reliana, do you choose to stay or no?
I'll stick around for as long as Happy Frog.
Okay.
I'm not even fully leaving. I'm just gonna I'm gonna stay just so then I can like calm myself down.
Okay. Upon hearing the bell and hearing the oh so familiar voice of Strahd saying, "Dinner's ready," Happy Frog, you see as the man sort of steps out of his chair, he comes over next to you and rests his hand on your shoulder.
Oh shit! You're gonna get touched.
He did get touched, dude. Holy shit.
Again, your divine senses do not pick up any sort of malice or evil intent from him.
He's
Roll me a Constitution check.
Hey, Jesus!
It's the top one, not the saving throws.
Save or check?
No, just a check.
Check. Oh,
Yeah,
that one. There you
it's
go.
the top one.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, Constitution checks are so rare.
Yup.
Yeah.
When he rests his hand on your shoulder, you kind of feel goosebumps go throughout your body. However, you manage to keep your composure and with
Wait,
your
isn't that
hands
also
flat.
where a save would be used?
No.
Saves are when you're receiving something and you're trying to resist.
Well, he's
That's why con saves are always what happens, and you never see con checks.
well. I mean, regardless, he would have passed it.
Just saying though.
Through your armor, through your shoulder armor, you can already feel his cold to the touch hands even through it. As he sort of rummages through his pocket, he pulls out a key and hands it to you. You know, I found this in the second floor, however, I have no intention of going over there. I'm sure you can make pretty good use of it. As
Wait,
he
I'm
rests
sorry,
it
what
on
did
the
he give
table,
him?
he gave him a key.
I'm having so many conflicting feelings right now.
Okay. Thank you. I don't believe you said your name.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't say I go by many names. I go by one.
Could you care?
However, I feel this conversation's not going anywhere. And I think you should see yourself out.
What a bitch! Not only is he evil, he's also bitchy. That's like two sins at once.
You see as his eyes, as he towers over you, looking at you, not in fear, but in complete confidence.
So that confidence, does that mean he okay. From that insight check I got earlier, did I get anything about his strength?
Nope.
Okay.
Persuade him with my charisma to tell me his name, as in like.
Really?
I-
Okay.
I know you don't need to tell me your name, but you just gave me a gift. I can't
Yeah.
leave without knowing
Good lie,
the
good
name
lie.
of my gift giver.
Roll persuasion.
I assume this has to be a high
Okay.
one though. Come on,
Most
I
definitely.
trust in you.
Of course. Oh my. Dude.
I think this gift is as far as our conversation goes. As you hear the dinner bell begin to ring again.
Taking that key.
Oh, and would you be so kind to close the door when you leave?
I can't regroup with everyone else. Yeah, yeah, Happy Frog. I'm also gonna say something very similar to you. That man will die by my blade before this night ends. I promise it.
As long as it's not in the manor.
Our job is investigation. If you cause a riot here, that will only be more trouble.
I'm already disgraced. I can't let that man get away. How about we have dinner right now? Take our, let's sort of stare back at door. Minds off things.
Are we sure we want to return to the dinner, or use this chance to explore?
Divided
Oh.
by straw. I feel we were face to face. I feel we should attend the dinner at least.
How about
Oh,
how
I-
about we attend? Just Fashionably late.
with discussing
It
this in
may-
the hallway, you notice that the people that were in the middle um of the forestry area of the manor begin to start walking towards the diner table. For a glimpse, you can see Strahd also walking towards the um uh the dining hall.
in a person whose manner is very prized, and admittedly, me and Happy Frog, we aren't like the others. Us wandering around the house may be considered something not good. But you, Reliana, I don't think they'd have much suspicion for you. How about this? We'll explore around the manor, and if Strahd perhaps catches us, either me or Happy Frog will take the fall.
I doubt he would just be wandering. He invited these people. He'd
I mean-
probably be entertaining them in the dining room.
But we shall explore, and worst case scenario. But that guy in that room, he's not coming to dinner, is he? This is
Oh.
not good.
Did Raeliana see that I got a key from that, or
No.
I don't think we saw. I didn't see either.
No,
I
yeah,
kinda,
you left. Okay. I will say he did send me off with a gift of sorts, and I pull out the key like in my hand, and I'm showing them. Do I notice anything like, I don't know, the handle of the key is like a skull?
Wait, he
Or-
gave you a key. Wait, there was a little thing in the desk that was locked.
Oh no, he said. He
Did-
did say
he-
it was for the second floor.
that man gave you a key.
Do you want to go check out if it works on the
Might
lock
as
or
well-
no?
The
Yeah, we
one
might
from
as well
Nullis.
check if it works in this lock right here.
Be very careful. Be very careful. No one from Nullis gives anything without there being a catch.
I know, bro. He's gonna like pop in at dinner and be like, "He stole a
By the
key."
way, Tor Blanco, you're the last one to leave, or last one to enter the room. Walking into the room, you immediately, well, once Raeliana and Happy Frog enter the room, through your peripheral vision, you see the little needle-like lock on the door pushes in.
Which door? We're
Uh,
locked in.
No. The one that the one that the guy was in. The one that the guy
So
was
he's
in.
locked. He's locked the door.
Yes.
And
You
okay,
hear
there's
like
a
the
win-
little.
There's only a window out there. Aside from that, no other exits.
Do you want to open the door?
Dungeon afoot. Well, I
Wait,
tried
wait.
the key.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah. Okay.
Oh well, Andrew, what?
So this lock right here, he locked it. He locked this door.
Yeah. Do you want to check it out? You want to try?
Can I? Okay. Can I like? I don't want. Can I like? I can't see anything if I put my eye for the thing. But can I press my ears to perhaps hear something? Like with
On the
perception.
other side, he's like, "I
You-
know about it."
No, you don't. You don't need any rolls. Pressing your cat-like ears to the door, you hear slashes, countless of them, all in quick succession of one another, and along with that, you hear the ripping of paper, along with those slashes. In fact, it's the sound of a sharp object is swinging through the air so fast, the paper is almost delayed as it begins to stop.
Strong evidence. Yeah.
Sort of step back, and height. Kind of come back in. That is no man. That is a beast.
Well, I was.
Do you want to open the thing?
Well, does it
Moral
open
Blanco
to
is. How about we just open the thing and we get this out of the way, and
Does
then
the
we can.
lock become unlocked?
Putting the key to the lock, you notice that the man was spreading a fallacy as the key fits right in. Opening the drawer, you see one singular paper. On that paper, you see an image. Now, it isn't the same one that you saw on the man, but it is a... no, it's not at all. It does not look at all like the mask that the man that you just saw had. It's a different shape, different form, and the eyes are covered. The one that is demonstrated on there is nothing like you've ever seen. On top of it, you see a crown-like figure on top of the mask that circles the entire head with the title, The White Mask. Do you want to read the contents of it? Okay. Few speak of it openly, and even fewer claim to have seen it, but those who have encountered the legend of the White Mask all agree on one thing: it was never meant to be found again. Forged in the deepest depths of the Frost Archives, a place older than kings and colder than death, the White Mask was not created. It was shaped by hands unknown, in a chamber where even flame refused to burn. The archives themselves are a labyrinth of frozen knowledge, buried beneath glaciers of the forgotten north, where memory goes to perish. Whatever power the mask holds was deemed so dangerous, so unfit for the world above, that it was sealed away for safekeeping. But as a sentence, it was cast into the frost, bound in ritual and erased from recorded history. The mask was pure white, smooth, featureless, and a crown-like figure atop it.
So just to
Save
be
for
sure,
only...
This is what we found in the locked area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cold to the touch, it radiates a quiet pressure, as if the air itself resists its pressure. Some say the mask adapts to the wearer, revealing glimpses of the truths not meant for mortal minds. Others say it listens, learning more with every breath that passes through it. Over centuries, tales of its whereabouts have surfaced. A traveler lost in the tundra who returned speaking in tongues, a scholar who dreamt of night after night until vanishing without a trace, a corpse found frozen upright, wearing a mask of ice that couldn't be removed. None can say for certain of what the mask truly does. Some call it a relic of a prophecy, others a prison. There are even those who believe it is a mirror not of the face but of the soul. Whatever its purpose is, one truth remains: it was hidden for a reason, and reasons like that, ice can crack.
This escalated fast.
And we get the little happy sound.
Bro, I'm so happy with that sound. I'm so happy with that sound. I was so...
This escalated fast. Jesus, I'm gonna kill that guy. I swear.
And
Murder
at the
hungry
bottom, Happy Frog, there is a little illustration in handwriting, clean, better than cursive even, that simply states, "The kingdoms will fall."
Oh,
Amazing.
This guy is so nice, bro. Such a happy person.
like a happy frog.
Hey!
My goodness.
What do you guys choose to do with your time? Wait, matter of fact, we're gonna take a little break.
Okay.
We'll be back like at 8
All right.
8:21. So feel free to do whatever you want until then. The session's not gonna go on for very long. I just need to do something. Like we're sort of near the end, so I'm
Alright.
kind of surprised that Mr. I'll be right back
So-
isn't back.
So we don't have any other leads outside of this book, or do we have other leads?
Outside of the paper that you found?
Yeah.
No, no leads at all. You've
Shit.
never heard of anything about it.
That's not very great.
Oh, nope, wrong one.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. After reading the letter, you all hear the ringing of the bell one more time. Sort of like a final call, as this one is a little bit more louder. And
I hope they're not looking for us specifically.
what do you guys choose to do?
So yeah, no other leads. We found this book.
We
I'm wondering-
we literally have not been on the left side. I mean, right side of it.
The issue is, where's the diner? Where did we hear that
Right
call
below, It's right below us, like down
It's
the hall
down.
straight.
from? I feel like someone. I almost want to say someone should be a distraction, but at the same time, if we run into trouble, I feel like all three of us need to be here.
Toro Blanco, you did notice that everyone was going towards the dining hall.
Everyone, except this guy. But honestly, I don't know if that guy was even invited or if he just decided to show up and people rolled with it. But he's not coming. By the way, I'm gonna check really quick. Do I still hear those slashes?
Nope, it was all gone. In fact, you see that the door now is the little needle lock is pressed out.
I'm very curious. The store. Curious. The store was locked before, and I heard slashing sounds of paper. Did you see any paper while you were in there, Happy Frog? What did you say? I didn't hear you.
Was it map?
No. And the slashes were so fast, it was almost as if the paper being torn apart had a moment to be delayed. As much as I hate to say it, I'm pretty sure even if all three of us came at this man, we would all be struck down immediately.
Seems like a fight we cannot yet take.
But I need to see what he's done to that paper. Well, I'm not sure if this man wants to see me either. I hate to put you on the spot, but Reliana, could you perhaps take a peek in there? I assume people would have a less harsh reaction to someone of your stature exploring
be-
around.
I may be a noble, but I am just out of place here. As you are to them.
Let's see a stealth check.
If you want to roll a stealth check to like very quietly open the door, then you can.
I'll roll a stealth check. I am a rogue after all. Let me see.
Let's see.
Sorry for even thinking about dragging you into this. I'll handle it myself. And I roll a stealth. Shit.
Go. Why?
Opening the door. Trying to be stealthy.
Regularly.
When you guys had originally peeked through the door, it hadn't made any noise. But seemingly enough, opening it even more at a slower pace, the door creaks.
Oh my god. I just
I
want
hate
to
those kinds
say,
of doors.
+7
do
by the
too.
way. +7 by the way.
Yeah, that is rather unfortunate. This is the power of
I'm a
3 players.
I'm a good rogue. I'm a good rogue. Just this is bad.
This is the
really
3-player
bad.
curse.
Okay. What do I
You
see
don't
now?
notice anything so far.
The map is the map gone?
Well, you gotta go inside.
Walking in Torre Blanco, you notice that the map, even the shreds are shredded up, as the map is completely torn apart in shambles, unrecognizable, as the greenery of what seems to be grass is already just a small speck of dust.
I immediately start searching the room anywhere I can. Can I roll investigation?
Yes, you can roll investigation. Happy Frog, looking at the chest, you notice that it was closed when you had entered, was now open. However, the
And also,
contents inside seem to have been rushed out as you see a sort of dust square is what seems to have been in there is now gone.
Okay. I don't think I need to roll investigation for this. Have any of the windows been opened?
You notice that this window in particular is cracked just ever so slightly.
Damn it! He got away. Can I like see a bit of like a trail through the forest before it eventually like thins out? Can I confirm he came out this way?
Looking out at the dirt outside, you notice only animal footprints, regular footprints of like a wolf outside,
He's a
but
fucking
nothing else.
shapeshifter! Oh my
He's-
god.
He's so peak that he's learned the silent
But-
movement
So
technique.
what is okay, so the map is sliced up.
Yeah, it's in itty bitty pieces.
Complete itty bitty of those itty bitty pieces.
What about that knife he put on the map? Is it still there?
The knife's gone, completely gone. You just see the remnants of the map.
I just slashed at the table in frustration. Duh. People like him, I made sure they wouldn't exist anymore. I don't know what happened. I stopped everything, didn't I? Yeah, Toro Blanco is ashamed right now. Let's just explore the rest of the manor.
Alright.
Yeah, you can see I walk with sort of defeat.
Head towards the ground a little bit. Alright, well, Jacoby,
That is me.
we've all had our turn to look around.
Well, where do you
Care
where do you
to-
all guys want to go? Where do you guys
Yeah,
decided to
well,
go? Do you
to
want to
the
attend
right
the
then.
dinner? Do you want to explore the second floor?
I'm gonna go wherever they went, because they've explored more than me.
We don't, when we were down here. Oh, it's not doing it. Oh,
You
when we were
two
down
can,
here.
you two can lead the way. I don't know how much you've explored.
We don't hear like the sleeping man no more, right?
No.
Like snores. Alright, so those are empty. At least that bedroom down there is.
Oh, you mean this one? You still hear
Yeah.
snoring.
Oh, okay. So whatever is in there is still asleep. Jacoby, lead the way.
Wish move, wish move.
She's moving.
So like, do we
You do notice.
It's
You did.
We did.
I mean, it's up to you. There is another flight of stairs other than the front one. It's more up here. Diner or exploration?
I know, or we just like skip
I
out
think-
on food.
I think we explore, man. Actually, wait. Actually, no, never mind. Let's just explore. I think it's just best that we wait for them to come to us.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know you could use arrow key. That's awesome.
Where
She's
did
buzzed.
Reliana go?
Over here. Where are you going?
Oh, they're right around the corner.
There's stairs on the right, on the left hand, on the top side.
Do we want to go immediately to the second floor or check this right area out? They did mention there's a sauna, but there's also more rooms there. Looks like.
Yeah. Also, I don't know about this unless Rudy mentioned it to me.
I
Patrick?
I did see a door connected from the church room, I guess you could say. But that's about it.
Oh, being next to the stairs, the second hand, the other flight of stairs, you notice that there is also another set of stairs going down, with the tiles from being a dark, rich oak wood being now stone and cobble. Actually, no, since you guys are right here, everyone roll me an Arcana check.
Racing. I love rolling.
Arcana.
Arcana check.
Normal.
And can we get some good rolls?
Guys.
Hey,
Guys.
his dice hit mine. His die hit mine. I should get a
Guys.
reroll. His die
Alright, no,
hit mine.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
He stopped me from
I
rolling.
hope you know that shit does not do anything. That's a pure visual thing. Really on the stairs, for a quick glimpse, you saw a string-like translucent orange, almost blending in with the lamp above. A translucent blue string going from the bottom of the stairs to the top of the stairs.
Huh.
Sort of like floating midair.
Not suspicious at all.
Indeed, how could you ever? We obviously didn't see anything.
Did any of you see that?
What are you talking about?
The blue string that just went by?
Is Raeliana able to like point it out so I actually do see it, or no? Not at all.
Nope.
It's just purely okay.
I could probably point at it, like where I saw it, but like.
Right here.
I see nothing.
It was like this.
The thread of fate. Cut it.
Well, it looks like I'm seeing things.
You may not be seeing things. I believe what you said had importance.
At least in this manner, we can. We need to make note of every.
There's something strange going on in that manor, especially if that man was here.
Okay, choices. We going up, down, right?
I believe, down. Maybe something closer to the first floor may help. It'd be the easiest to hide something in the basement.
I believe we should keep exploring. We should go upstairs for now. At least take advantage of everybody being at the dinner.
Sure.
I do agree with
I
that, Raeliana.
If you decide to do that, then sure. I just believe that lower 4 have a basement. You know, that's where all the secret stuff is in, after all.
There is also the opposite, attics.
It's true.
By the way,
Alright,
you
so-
can actually go up the stairs just by going right. Neat little thing.
Yeah, fucking rich boy paid for all of this shit.
No, actually, that's free.
This is free? What do you mean? The first floor, second floor thing is free?
Yeah,
How?
that's a whole nother conversation.
Okay,
Okay.
let's move quick. For as long
Okay,
as they're
quick.
at that dinner.
Why do we have plus 10 feet?
Because that's the.
Yeah, that's
We're
the
up.
that's how the
From
levels.
the
Yeah,
first floor.
that's how the leveling shit works.
Oh!
We're up 10 feet.
Okay. Walking into the second floor, you're met with the obviously the railing blocking you from walking off the edge to the first floor. You see the tree is still sticking out just barely, just a little bit. And after your experiences, it looks even less and less real.
Okay, so so does the tree stick out of the entire manor?
No.
Okay.
There's a ceiling, but it's tall enough to barely like make it to the second floor.
Escape route gone.
Isn't it like a dome, like
Yeah,
a
it's a
glass?
dome. It's a
half
glass dome.
semi-dome?
It's a
Okay.
glass dome. And matter of fact, looking outside of the glass dome, you see as just by intuition, the time has passed by severely. As the moon, which was once just barely peeking out of the mountains, is now, I'd say, 2/4 of the way to the center.
This is such a good thing. Nighttime with Strahd as our companion? We should have.
How great.
All right. Is my divine sense picking up anything?
Yes, actually. So
Oh no.
walking into the second floor, you see a series of doorways. Oh damn! I just saw what you can actually see. On the opposite side
It's
of the
weird.
dome, you can't see it. Yeah, it's tiles. On the opposite side of the dome, you see two people sitting on a little lounge area, playing cards, chatting it up, laughing, sort of ignoring, tuning out the world and just talking to each other calmly,
Thankfully, we are
enjoying
not.
a card game. Thank you.
So thankfully, we are not the only people who have decided to skip out on the food.
At least we wouldn't be too much of an outlier.
Indeed. Dude.
It's good. Thank you. Yeah. And again, you see more doorways to places unknown. However, back to the divine sense. Happy Frog, you feel a weird sensation, a mix of distraught and truth coming from this door. All within the same note. Tone.
Where is Game Master? Oh, there, Game Master. Okay, so nasty odors coming from that green nasty doo-doo aura is coming from that
Yeah, you can feel
door.
it.
All right. Not good. Not good. All right. Well, Raeliana, do you mind doing us the favor and opening up that door?
I'm
Is
gonna
it-
peek,
is it-
not gonna full swing. Just peek.
Wrong door.
Okay, never mind.
Wrong door.
Oopsie.
It's this
Oopsie
one.
daisy.
Okay.
It's the one down here.
Which one? Oh,
Down
oopsie.
Oh,
Why are we here, really?
I didn't say
Okay.
that
Oh,
one.
damn.
P-
Damn.
Oh,
Damn.
hello.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Oh, this is the wrong token. I'll go with it. It's fine. Walking in. I mean, opening the door. How do you open the door again?
just peeking,
Okay.
like trying to be quiet about it.
You can see generally what you see through the peak. You see a man so zoned in, so focused on the scroll that's on the table. Beside him, you see an axe and a hammer.
Yeah.
And in general, just looking around the room, you notice that it's a kind of tinker's workshop of sorts. A furnace blazing behind the man. And Raeliana, oddly enough, you catch a quick glimpse of the translucent orange string entering the room. However, it stops at the furnace. Oh, thank you. The man doesn't notice anything as he keeps looking at the scroll, analyzing it over and over and over again, his eyes darting left, right, continuously.
Okay.
By the way, I know
Is
this doesn't look wooden, but this is wooden with like
What is
metal like capsules on it, with like metal casings on it.
this?
Yeah, just for some reason it wouldn't let me change the color of this and like the pipes around here. I don't know why. I
No,
really don't know why.
because yeah, when you change the whole thing when you do that.
Yeah, it's really annoying, but pretend it's wooden. It's wooden.
Okay.
it?
It
Can I
looks
both be?
like there's a funny.
How many
blueprint,
people are skipping out on this dinner?
But also, I doubt we're allowed to be up here. Ah,
He'd say it was off.
We could, worst case scenario, we could just say we're lost.
After Strahd told us not to come upstairs.
Ooh, I forgot about that. Never mind, we don't get caught.
I have the sleep spell.
Ooh, we're getting a little
Well,
frisky
that-
now.
Well, he's already very locked into his work. I don't think him randomly falling asleep would be that big of a deal. I'd say, well, okay. Can I just roll perception to see if there's anything worth examining in this room? Actually,
Yes, and Jacob, what?
Just, I'm assuming it's the funny little blueprints in the middle of the room. That looks especially enticing.
yeah. Can I just see the blueprints from here if I'm rolling nice perception?
We should all roll.
Disadvantage, unfortunately. Scrolls, you know,
Disadvantage.
the little thing, it's covering what's on it.
Come on.
Wait,
No, look at my. Wait, why isn't. Wait, what did I roll?
you
Did I roll?
You rolled
performance.
performance.
How did I do that?
Perception disadvantage. Yippee! Hey, look, those are 3 and 4. Great numbers, guys.
Hell yeah! Natural 20, baby!
What the
Woohoo!
fuck?
There you go.
What the fuck?
Bro, just hand me the document at this point.
Oh my goodness.
That was a nat 20. That was a nat 20.
Well, you rolled
Okay.
a disadvantage, so you didn't get a 20. You got a 16.
Okay, well. I was looking for lower numbers, so everyone else but you saw it.
Okay.
Okay, Torre Blanco. Looking at the blueprint, your ears begin to like kind of like twitch upwards as you focus in. You notice that the blueprints are from afar. You see it's a blueprint of a floor. You see two. Sort of
is it
like
this
a
house again?
cellar. It doesn't
this
look.
house?
It doesn't look. It's in different writing than the one that you saw from the.
But
from
the-
yeah.
So is the layout the same as this house?
No. It looks completely different. However, it does on the very right hand corner. It does say floor -1 and -2.
Ooh. Is there perhaps any stairs that would lead into these rooms? Like, can I see the entry point of where one would come to these negative floors?
Not from where you're looking at, unfortunately.
Bruh!
No.
Okay.
It's towards
My
the very
friends.
edge of the paper.
My friends, we need this blueprint at all costs. We may perhaps need to steal it. This,
Stealing. I don't.
The-
We
the
don't need to
slug-
leave a mark here. We just take
it would be,
take a look.
okay, we could, hopefully one of us has photographic memory. I sure do not. But it is the entire layout to these basement floors we have been looking for. The only issue is, we need to get into that room.
Are we on the same mission?
What do you mean?
we came to check up on Reindeer. Mr. Reindeer. Not that's about it.
Something,
Problem is, this
something,
seems to only get deeper.
there's
And
something
we've
deeper
yet to
going
see
on.
a single sign about Rendier.
You feel the
feel
story
like-
drawing you in.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like
I
whatever.
feel like there's a plot going on.
I feel like whatever is going on with Rendier may be more important than our job. Especially for me, if there's misdeeds going on here, I cannot simply leave this be, even if it will be for a pretty penny.
Okay, I don't have a connection like Mr. Hero here, but still, this seems a little bit too big to ignore. Especially when, again, this seems to all be tied to Rendier, and our whole job is to check on how he's doing, and we haven't seen him.
The more
Indeed.
we give,
indeed.
the more we give about the man we're looking for, the better.
Ignore the horse, okay? Just ignore it.
What? There's a horse right next to me.
Just ignore it. Just ignore it. I'm trying.
Stand
Okay, I'm
behind
trying to
it,
look
it's
through.
gonna
I'm trying to
kick
look
you.
through another thing. It's not letting me. Okay, it's not letting me for some reason. Never mind. No horse. All right, continue.
But I feel like, and if you are only in this for the pay, the more we find out about Atticus, the better. I mean, Rendier, what? Atticus Rendier, was that his full name? Rendier Atticus?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is in the encyclopedia too.
Yeah, I see. The more we find out about Atticus, the more grateful Wushin will be.
Might I remind you? You can check out what the quest says specifically in the quest thing. That is, this quest is the quest thing is your best friend.
Oh, well, we did find that. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, we definitely, we're drawn in, bro. And
Indeed.
if you, let's take a better look at this blueprint, and it'll give us an entry point for these lower floors.
All right.
I can feel the
If you
plot
would-
thickening already.
If you would take the lead, I would be so glad.
But how are we gonna get our hands on this?
I have the sleep spell.
Also, wait. So, I know some spells do this. Does the sleep spell perhaps leave a mark on leave a mark on the victim, telling them if they were slept on purpose, or would they be
Just-
able to brush it off as just a simple,
It just
Dozing
puts
off.
them to sleep.
as long as we are in and out, he'd have no proof against us.
Actually, is he an elf?
Mm.
No, he
Nope.
got horns.
Oh,
Nope,
I
he-
forgot.
He's
He
supposed to be a
is.
tiefling. He is an
He's
elf.
an Never mind, the sleep spell won't work. They don't sleep.
Well,
I could try command.
You know what's the funny
Son.
part, Jacob? I didn't know that. If you didn't say it, I would have let it go through.
Yeah, creatures that don't sleep auto succeed against the sleep.
Hmm. Okay.
a
Yeah,
rogue.
creatures that don't sleep. Yeah, creatures that don't sleep, such as elves, or that have immunity to the exhaustion condition, automatically succeed on saves against this spell.
So this man is looking directly at the blueprint, right?
Locked in.
Yeah. What the fuck?
In fact, so focused, he can't even hear you guys speaking.
Okay. How convenient.
Lot
Uh,
I
convenience.
I can command sleep.
Oh, but can't people resist that?
Command doesn't have that ability. I don't think
It
so.
doesn't. It said it's a one-word.
It says choose the command from these options, and you
Ah,
have, I have
okay.
the same spell, and you only
Command
have 5
could
options.
the command
Man,
could
what
work, but the issue is that after it, wouldn't he know that he was commanded on?
Probably.
I believe so.
come on.
And none of them particularly help too much on a, stealth takedown mission.
Okay, I'm the rogue. I need to think of something here. This is like my time to shine. But he's locked in on the exact thing we need. So we could go for the old trick. Throw an object in the corner and take a peek when he isn't looking.
What was
Okay, that's
that?
just too obvious. Do you really suggest that this man who seems to be an artificer would be that stupid?
It's worked on my past adventures. I'm
is
getting
really
desperate
interesting.
here. I'm getting desperate here, okay?
How are the 3 heroes gonna do this?
You're awfully base with your roguish tactics.
Okay, wait. I just want to say when he. Nah, that'd be dumb. That'd be dumb. I was about to say, do we know exactly where the dinner table is? Like, did they say it?
I mean,
Saw it.
it's like
No,
at the entrance to the left.
No,
Like
oh
right
yeah,
there.
I mean, like, would it be crazy to say someone got No, they specifically said second floor was off limits. Never mind. Never
Yeah.
mind. Damn. Okay.
I think we should just move on. We've
We
gotten
can't-
the information. We know
This is-
there's a secret area. We just need to explore. The first area is still open to us.
We can
and
cut down. We can cut down that.
If you have said there are negative floors, then wouldn't us just going down lead us closer to where we need to be?
The entrance may be hidden.
Yeah.
We could see exactly where we need to look first, and we do have limited time until they realize us specifically are missing. I feel like we should be very speedy with this process.
Here's the thing. We are allowed on the first floor. We could just attend the dinner now. And then we could continue exploring.
The dinner, but how
Unless
would we?
that's the end of the event.
Is the dinner at the end of the event?
It wasn't said. It was just said dinner.
No, I will tell you. Yes.
Okay, so no dinner, because we're kind of stuck there, and they're gonna ask us to leave, and we'll all be, and at that point they won't have guests to worry about. They'll just
There
be
is a
focused.
ton of gambling that you can do right now.
Yeah.
Do you want me to give you like
I do-
options so you guys could like?
I do have an idea. I have an idea. It's a very simple one. It's a very simple one. I used to do this when I was a kid. Just knock on the door, and if he answers, he'll come outside, maybe look around, maybe peek his head out, whatever. Distraction. All we need is a distraction.
But how will you get past him once he reaches the door and then get back out?
This is D&D.
If only we had.
Um,
I know we have other. Hi. Oh, give me a sec. This would be a lot less hard with more people in this party. I'm sure one person here would have something for this situation.
Would-
Let me see.
would
I'll do you guys a solid. If I see something on someone's character sheet, that would help. I'll let you know.
Check Lucas's. He's a wizard. Wizards have a bunch of random knickknacks for this.
would me being able, like, is a door definitely?
He didn't put
like,
his spells? Oh my
It's a-
god.
Like, I think the best thing we have with just the 3 of us is unironically go up and knock this guy out. But that's a gamble. Again, that's a gamble.
I am able to climb on walls and ceiling.
Holy shit,
Ooh.
Monsters Inc. that shit?
Wait.
He seems
Okay,
to
so-
be awfully stuck reading whatever
Okay,
he's
no.
doing.
Wait, that's perfect. Okay, wait. Is it? Wait, actually, could I? Let me see. No, no, I'm not that good. I'm not that good. Oh wait, I do have a climbing speed of 20 feet. Let me check this out. We could Spider-Man this shit. Okay, that's barely enough to reach the table.
I doubt you have to go directly above him. I think you could just go somewhere here.
Actually, no, but because okay, Carlos, if I use the climbing speed, you're gonna ask me to roll stealth, right?
How's everybody's stealth?
I'll let you roll stealth at advantage.
Yeah. Because I was about to say,
Just
'cause
go in and get.
I do kind. How much of a climbing speed do you have, Mr. Happy Frog?
Oh,
Same as my walking speed, it's 25.
I don't think you should join in on the sneaking because you have. What armor? are you
Medium
using?
armor, medium.
Never mind.
medium
Yeah.
armor.
You are using. Hold on. You're using
I was about-
scale mail.
I was
Which
about. to-
Wait. Wait, I think scale mail doesn't have disadvantage on sneak.
Because I was about. Okay.
here.
I know. this
Wait,
is-
hold up.
I-
I'm gonna interrupt for a second. I'll let you guys decide right now. I'm gonna go put the washer in the dryer, and then I'll
Alright,
come back,
alright.
and then you guys keep
Okay.
talking about it.
I know.
Okay,
I
scale
know.
mail does have stealth at disadvantage. Okay, so
Okay, never
just Toro should just go in.
Okay, the thing is that I should go in. Yeah, I should go in. I could go there. The issue is I only have a climbing speed of. I could dash. I could always dash. Would dash? I'll wait for Carlos to come back. But dashing could
You
add.
could dash while sneak, yeah.
Yeah. That way I could get in, look at the sheet from above, and get out. Stealth on advantage. There's no way I can fuck this up. Okay.
Dude, you can't say words like that. You're setting up a death flag.
I'm
Like,
in
fuck, the
character.
fuck?
Okay,
You're,
but if I
you're
do,
setting
if
up
I,
a natural
if-
one
if
and one.
if I do ever get caught, Rudy, that's your cue to run in and knock this guy's lights out.
Okay.
At
love
that point, what excuse do I have? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just climbing on the ceiling for some reason.
Sorry. Yeah, the thing is, you don't have to go directly above this guy. You could like be like right here and then take a gander at.
I don't know.
where-
I'll go as far as I can to get the thing. No, like Rudy, look at chat. If I ever get caught, just do this.
Because. Because here's the thing, you don't need to grab the blueprints. You just need to know where the entrance is. You
I
just
just
take a
think
gander.
I think it's gonna go well. I just think it's really funny that if I do
Stop
get caught,
setting up red flags. Like, stop.
I'm a rogue. This is like my job.
Yeah, so stop saying stuff that will
I'll
make
keep
you fail.
going. I'll never
Okay.
admit it. This is in character. This is in character.
Amazing. I guess we only have one plan. I also have a leap.
No, we jump onto
Oh.
the desk. No,
A standing leap. My long jump is up to 25 feet and my high jump is 15 feet with or
We're-
without moving.
We'll Spider-Man this. Don't worry.
Amazing.
This is
Amazing.
This will only go bad. I just have to say.
Why?
Don't
Oh,
you,
yeah.
don't you as a bard can like help us anyway? Like Play a little
The best
tune.
thing I will have is to join the clobbering. That's the best thing I can do, unironically.
Listen, this guy, he asked for it.
oh my gosh.
He asked for it by blocking something that the D&D players need.
Oh man.
Listen, we've been playing this campaign too safe. This is the part where we started taking fucking crazy risks.
Seems like it.
Yeah, if you're detected, yeah, we run in, close the door, and then clobber him until he doesn't remember who we are when he wakes
like
up.
what Greg did, but justified.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah,
and
no, guys, we
also-
just-
And also without, eyes on us.
We
He
gotta
did do
challenge
eyes on
him
him.
to a friendly game of who can get it faster.
Yeah, that's what I mean, Andrew. We're doing
Yeah.
it without eyes on us.
Yeah, that's the best part.
This is freaking sick. I love D&D, bro. I love it.
I'm trying to. Okay. I do have a really funny idea, but I don't think it's gonna work out.
What is that gonna be?
But it might be safer on. I'm gonna check. Do I have a disguise kit?
No. Come on. Who are
Listen,
you even gonna disguise as?
I'll disguise
That
as.
fits up here on the second floor.
No, I'll disguise as Strahd. Alright? And I'm gonna be like, I'm looking for these guys. They're not at the dinner. Okay, I don't have disguise kit, unfortunately. Shit. I feel like disguise kit is something that comes with being a rogue. Or maybe I'm just forgetting stuff. I'll look it up.
Yeah, might as well at the moment.
Do rogues come with disguise kits? Maybe it's like a specific subclass.
Oh, possibly.
Oh yeah, you know what's really funny about the glamored studded leather I bought from the last session we had at the shop?
Mm-hmm.
So not only is it studded leather +1, so I get +1 extra AC, but also I can speak a command word to change the appearance of the gear to look like normal clothes, different set of armor. So I could. It's not like a disguise kit, but like I could just like fit in with my drip wherever I go.
Okay, shockingly enough, I don't start with disguise kit. That's crazy. Where do people get a disguise kit? I don't know how Kai got a disguise kit. Whatever.
Because normally we use the start of not starting equipment. What most people do is start in gold, and then you purchase all the stuff you need to at the start of the campaign. That's what I did. That's why I have so much stuff in my inventory. Like, look in my inventory.
Same. I literally got what we planned out. I got all of it.
Yeah. And you could get a disguise kit for some money to start.
I didn't think we needed this early. Whatever.
You're
Disguise kit is always so funny.
Yeah.
The disguising as Strahd and like pretending to be him, like that would have been hilarious.
Okay.
And I would.
Have you guys decided yet?
Okay, so basically, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna cling to the ceiling, Spider-Man style. And I'm gonna get as close as I can to where I can see the paper.
Okay.
Start from here.
Yeah. Okay. But where, Carlos, just point wherever I'd be able to see the paper.
Okay. That is an active furnace.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
think I
but
want
you could be on top.
That is, yeah, that is true. That is true.
You're just climbing the
what-
wall after all.
Oh, right.
am I
Oh,
cli-
right.
I thought
Are
I
you
was-
climbing the ceiling or the wall?
Does climbing speed affect the ceiling?
For this context, I'll ignore that. If it is, we'll find out later. If it isn't, then whatever.
Okay, 'cause
Ceiling or wall?
I just want. I want Spider-Man this shit. I want
Yeah,
like.
ceiling.
Because I want to see the paper, but not get too close to the point where he'd be like tipped off. But I assume I still. What do I have to do?
Stealth.
Just a stealth
One
check,
stealth
yeah.
check. Now, mind you,
And you said that advantage.
Advantage.
yeah, at advantage.
Advantage.
That's right.
I've never failed a spell. I've never failed a check in my life. I've
I've
never
Stop
failed a
setting
check
up
in my life.
the red flags.
See, look.
Okay, good numbers for once.
All right, I'm clinging to the ceiling, Spider-Man style. You can tell I'm kind of not used to this. Like, wow. I didn't know felines were so agile.
Okay.
Okay.
Looking. Okay, you'd be like over here. I'll give you this so you can see it
Alright.
more. You got a good check. You know, matter of fact, fuck you. Oh, I can't put you in there. Okay,
Okay.
you're right here.
Throw him in the
Um,
furnace.
I can't. There's walls.
Climbing on the ceiling, right? Ceiling, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Climbing on the ceiling. Looking down. It almost feels natural for you climbing on something. It's like your second nature, for some odd.
That's
weird reason.
racist.
You glance at the paper, and as you are on the ceiling, you see as the man grunts and says, "Whatever," as he begins
Okay.
to walk out.
Must have been the wind. Must have been the wind.
Oh, we need to move. We need to move.
Okay,
we need to
wait.
Move. We need to move.
You know, yeah. You see as he
Wait, so wait,
We
what
leave.
what caused him to move?
he just grunted and was like, "Whatever."
Okay. Okay.
Just chilled here.
I'm
until
gonna-
Everything is gone and perfectly dandy.
Okay, I can see the paper from here, right? Can I?
Well, hold up. Let me describe to the people. Damn, you guys bolted. Fuck. Okay. I'll make you guys roll for that. That was funny. You see as he
My bad.
goes into the washroom right here and closes the door.
Okay, we can drown them.
And I do want to say, while you guys were walking here, you noticed that all the doors on the second floor, their locks are on the outside. Except this one. This one in here, Tor Blanco, you notice that the lock is inside.
Okay, so I can easily just
Yes.
My mom cut open watermelon. I can smell it. It smells so good, bro.
All right, I'm just gonna memorize this paper.
While you're mesmerizing, give me an Arcana check. One last
Yeah.
one.
You know what? Not yet. If anything, nowadays, never mind. Don't need to do anything. I am bad with Arcana.
Holy
Oh,
guac.
No.
Holy guac. Holy guac. Holy guac.
The rolls I
Yes.
needed.
I'll
The
give
rolls-
it to you. I'll give it to
The
you.
rolls, the good rolls I needed.
Okay.
when- Yeah.
Now being fully, are you still on the ceiling? I'm assuming not.
I do want to be in case he comes back in.
Okay. On the ceiling, looking down at the paper, you get a clear view. It is in fact, your suspicions were correct. You see -1 and -2 on the two like fish eye point of view of 2 floors.
Can I see where the stairs are, the entrances to this
You
bottom
don't
floor?
see stairs on it. In fact, you see an arrow pointing at a statue
Ooh.
on
Is
the
it a
left
statue I
side. On
recognize?
the left side. No, it's
No
a very,
way.
it's a very like, it's a blueprint drawing, not very thought out. It's a ink. It's made out of ink. You can't really tell what the statue is.
But on the
However,
left.
you do see an arrow pointing into the towards the statue and behind the statue, where the scroll ends. And through the very horribly drawn blueprint, you see multiple room-like areas along various hallways. Some are larger, some are smaller. The -2 floor is scribbled on. It's very hard to like see the contents of it compared to the first one. And while you're examining it on above, you
that
see.
again?
Okay, so the second floor, so the first floor, you notice that it's a series of hallways with some small rooms being in the hallways. You see on the first floor there's big rooms, small rooms, and even some of them you see beds. The second floor down under that one is a little bit harder to see. However, it's very, very narrow with the same architecture of the first one. Small rooms, narrow even narrow hallways. But
So you're just telling me that's just a bunch of narrow hallways with small rooms.
yes, but on the first floor and the second floor, the two things that they have in common is that there's what looks like to be cellars in some of the some of the small rooms are cellars. You see
Joy.
chain like
Joy!
walls.
The hidden dungeon only I can enter.
However, on the second one, you do see stairs in that one pointing upwards to the negative first floor.
Wait, say that again?
On the -2 floor, you see that there is stairs that point up to the -1st floor.
Okay, so there's so there's no secret entrance to -2. Once you get into -1, we're all
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
All right. And with that information, I'm gonna Spider-Man my way out. Where did everyone go? Oh, hey.
Oh wait,
Good,
you
good
passed
in-
the Arcana check, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Alongside that, while examining it, you notice a orange-like string that's entering into the door going into the furnace.
Huh? Oh, so the string goes into the forest.
Into the
Or-
furnace.
Furnace.
Andrew's
Ah,
listening.
I'm.
It's an orange string this time.
I see an orange string going into a furnace. Have any of you more magical types been noticing strings?
The blue one at the stairs.
Where did that one lead to?
Oh wait, did I say it was blue or orange? The one that you saw, Jacob.
You said it was blue.
Oh, that's my fault. Andrew, you see
that
blue.
one goes. Oh, yeah, it's a blue string is leading into here, and you saw a blue one. I guess we found where it went.
Is there anything inside the furnace?
I'm gonna. How about we check? Okay, what's in here?
Looking at the inside, it's very hard to tell what's in it, surrounded by all the coal, the wood, and the embers of the fire. However, do you guys want to roll? Oh my god, an investigation check to see if there's anything like.
Yeah, investigation.
We're nearing like right about the end.
I think we should all roll investigation.
Oh yeah,
As
we can
people
do that
can-
combined shit, whatever.
Happy Frog. You
Sorry.
guys-
Yeah. Investigation. Of course. Amazing.
Me too. Hold up. Really good bread.
Damn, we did bad.
What kind of bread?
Since everyone's searching the furnace all at the same time,
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Alongside,
I just want to preface: 13 is not a bad roll, right? Like I feel like we've gotten used to inflated numbers. 13 is just okay.
It's
Like,
okay.
it's
Yeah.
good. It's good, but not great.
Anything past 10 is
I would
Not
say
terrible.
I would say 15 and above is already like that's a really good roll. But like
I think it just
13
depends on
and
the
14 is
context
still,
of
like,
what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of context, but generally 13
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like, it's
yeah,
not horrible.
Yeah. Rayleigh, on the left side, you see a lever, a stone-like lever with a brown wooden tip on it at the back of the furnace. However, just getting near it, you feel the burning sensation of the furnace. But you do see a lever.
I could
Who
use
wants
my
to-
rapier. Or if
Sure.
anybody has a longer weapon.
Would that be me?
I have a short sword, but I think your rapier's longer.
Me looking at Happy Frog's long ass sword and his.
It
Yeah.
is a pike and a spear. Both of them are partly made of wood.
Oh, but that would catch on fire, wouldn't it?
Probably not quickly.
I wouldn't
could
say.
put-
I
okay.
wouldn't say. I wouldn't say it
Just
would.
use a rapier.
I wouldn't say it would.
Okay.
You're
Just
gonna.
pick at it with my rapier. Yeah.
Okay.
Get it down.
Picking at the
backwards.
picking at the lever, you immediately see as the fire and you see the coal almost begin to drop down into like a lower compartment, and then soon the fire follows suit. As the fire begins to clear and the coal smoke goes out the chimney right above it, you see a ominous glowing blue stone imprinted on the back of it, and then from there you see the blue string from the stairs begin to glow all the way. it's now clear to all of you.
Hmm.
There's just a glowing orb.
It's like a stone and like imprinted on the wall.
Can I
with the string.
tell what it is, or like is it embedded in there, or like can I take it out?
It looks take outable
Scorching, no?
if you wanna if you wanna try. It-
Yeah, I'll try because all the coals dropped, so it's a lot cooler now. And
So
Yeah.
what would the
You're gonna take it out.
I'm gonna, yeah, I wanna get a look at it. I wanna.
Okay.
see
What
out?
the fuck is this?
Whole place starts crumbling.
Putting your hand on it, you notice that it's abnormally cold.
Wait, white mask? Hey. I don't think the white mask is here, but cool is a coincidence.
Actually, yeah,
Oh,
this
really?
is a white mask. You know, you guys just saw this. No. Taking it out really on it, you notice that the string begins to fade. And on the stone, you see an engraved, what was an engraved door-like shape begin to fade. If you want, you can roll Arcana to see what it is.
Arcana, please, can I roll something good?
Oh,
okay.
shit, okay.
There you go.
So, examining it more through your numerous years of magic, you notice a very similar presence of the spell Arcane Lock coming from this stone, as the door symbol on it begins to fade.
Forgot what Arcane Lock was.
It's like
5E Arcane Lock.
Yeah, you should search it up.
fuck. How did I forget? I knew this like 5 seconds ago. It's like
You touch a
It's-
closed door, window, gate, or chest or the entryway, and it becomes locked for the duration.
yeah.
I remember that. You could also set a password. Blah blah blah. Yeah. It's just lock.
Yeah, lock. Speaking of which, you guys hear footsteps.
Oh,
Shit,
jeez.
shit. Is there
Yeah,
anything
I-
outside the door?
No,
Can
actually.
we skedaddle?
Yes, you
Or
can
if
skedaddle.
Get
You
out,
hear
skedaddle,
footsteps coming
skedaddle.
from the room next to you.
We move. We get the fuck out of here. We get the fuck out.
Hey, why you
We
close
take
the
it
door
safe.
on me?
Toro Blanco, as soon as you reach the corner of the stairs, you notice that the man begins to walk out and start going back to the thing.
Hopefully he didn't notice. Okay.
You hear, "Who touched my furnace?
Who touched my super suit?
Bunny, where's my super suit?"
Okay. How long has the dinner been going on? I
Assume it's wrapping up, no?
No, actually. I'd say like looking at where the moon is, because there's no clocks in here. Looking at where the moon is, I'd say like 20-30ish minutes pass.
okay. And considering it's a pretty big like event, it'll probably last like a few hours. Like
Oh,
we got a lot of
yeah.
time.
You guys got a lot of time.
Okay.
And going down the stairs really on it, you notice that the stone begins to react the more closer you get to the door.
Ooh, hoo, hoo. We found our secret entrance. I told you it was a good idea.
Is it like glowing, vibrating,
Nope.
getting
Yeah,
colder?
It gets
funny
colder.
Statue, wait, the statue's in that room.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna say anything. The drawing
I
was
can't-
really rough to see what the statue was. Like what
Oh, we just,
it was a
we just
statue.
know it's a statue.
Yeah, it just looked like a shape of a statue.
Only if I saw what you guys saw.
What did you see again?
I can't say because I failed the check.
Yeah, he didn't see what was on the blueprint, and even then, Toro Blanco, even
I
even
can-
if you looked at it, it's kind of hard to depict what the
I'll
statue is
tell
of.
I'll tell him the basics. Statue, I can't really tell what the statue was, but we're looking for a statue. In
The
the
only
basement.
statue I've seen.
Basement with lots of cellars. So our assumptions about this guy being a creep are more so confirmed now.
So we have two options. We go
Bless you.
down these stairs, or we go back to the room with the statue.
Yeah, sure. Let's check where the statue was. There can only be so many statues in one home.
You'd be surprised. Let's make our way.
Isn't that door locked?
No, it was locked when Mr. Fancy Schmancy Boy was cutting up the thingy, or that's what we heard at least. And he unlocked it, or it was unlocked.
Oops, where are you guys again? Lost track of you.
You know where we're going.
Who's the roaring knight? The horse?
Yeah, who's
Okay.
roaring knight? Is that your
Yeah.
homie?
The
No,
horse is
no,
here.
that's that's my other, that's my test account on this. So Reliana, from when you were going down the stairs, you noticed that the door had the exact same shape as the stone, and Toad, Happy Frog, you looking more at the statue, you see at the very hilt of the sword is the same shape as the stone.
We're in.
Okay.
So I'm gonna. Okay. So yeah, at the door at the bottom of the stairs also has like a little a slot that you can put it in, and same with the statue with the hilt. With you guys deciding and looking at the hilt, with mysteries still yet to be uncovered,
Oh, end the session. La 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 la.
the session comes to an end.
Oh my gosh.